Ah, yes. Hello, everyone. It's Bishop Wyatt, and we're going to have a little discussion on what has been going on the past couple of weeks. I haven't made a video in 4 days, so here you are. Well, we have Cyrex on Spooky's channel. I guess Spooky wants to, prove his innocence. I guess that's the narrative he's pushing. It doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen, being that the very fact that there is no innocent Cyrax that has ever existed. And all it's going to do is prove our point, and I think that's the true goal. And I believe Cyrex believes that too. I don't believe for 1 second he trusts Spooky. On his stream, that was the first time I seen Cyrex shut up for longer than 5 minutes. Very telling. Especially when Spooky said, well, if you're not a pedo, you have nothing to worry about. Well, Cyrex has a lot to worry about. We also have Daniel Lawson. Mr. Lawson, you have made the Bishop Wyatt channel. It's the first time I've spoken about you. But, I mean, good God, how can anyone ignore you? Look at your hair. Please tell me why. Tell me why. The excuse you made was that you needed a haircut. One of your interns cut your hair. It was going to be a buzz cut, but, something happened in the middle. But, I mean, the president of the world doesn't need to explain himself to us. He's the president of the world. I do believe that fire alarm bullshit was, very typical of how 43s are treated. The police tend to look at them as a sad case, not worth their time. And until one of them does something extreme, they just let them go. Because if any one of you or me were to pull a fire alarm the way he did, or just pull it in general, and not even acting crazy beforehand, but just pulling it probably wouldn't end well for us now, would it? We would end up in lockup. I'm pretty certain of that. But be a 43, have a sunken-in face, have bug eyes, something wrong with you and your sexual urges and behavior, and you can pretty much get away with anything you want. And you can actually just claim 43. You don't even really need any background. You could just say, I'm mentally disturbed, and act it, look it, and you're in the club. Get ready, because you have 43 get-out-of-jail-free cards. I don't know how many Lawson is on right now. Cyrex is about to run out. Lawson runs out every 5 days. It seems that boy gets arrested every other day, it seems. I'm sure that we won't be seeing him again for a little bit. I don't know what they do with somebody like him in jail. I guess what happens is that we can't house all these people in the institutions to help them mentally, medicate them. So they go to jail. And the prison staff has to deal with them, or the jail staff has to deal with them. And it's quite a chore, definitely quite a chore. But I will say this is the first half of a Psychology of a Lolcow. I will be streaming tonight with the TISM order. And we will be continuing this topic of conversation. And one thing is for sure, that, Cyrex, people say that Cyrex is never going to learn. I don't expect him to learn. I am not doing this to have him learn. I tell him the facts just because I need to live in that reality. I guess I would say I would like for him to see reality, just because that would pain him even more. And to see that suffering is a natural high. But that's only because he hasn't been punished. If this man was properly taken care of, if the police officers and the court systems actually did something about him, I would have no grievances. But the very fact he's allowed to operate with impunity and just to do whatever he wants online, penis pic here, jerk video there, pepperoni over there, doesn't matter. He's just able to do whatever he wants, and he has the nerve to now say that he's not a hebephile, that he never made that video, even though we can go back and watch it. N-word boy just shared it again, the UIS, and that was what he had a problem with earlier. He made a Facebook video where he was quite upset, saying he said HEMA with an M, not a HEBA, even though he says hebephile and then explains what a hebephile is. I think he assumes that we are just as gullible as Sally, and we are believing his bullshit, because those are the only people, Sally and maybe a teacher or two, or someone who felt bad for him, acted like they agreed with him, because he's operating in normal reality as if that's the case. But the facts are, Cyrex, is we have eyes, we have ears, we can see, we can rationalize that you are full of shit. Being that even your own words, are you going to say that William doctored it? Are you going to say it's photoshopped or something like that, edited? Of course you will. Of course you will, Cyrex. Or Steven Spielberg. We can do anything. We can create a reality that you can't believe, you can't imagine. And I'm sure you love living there. And now your new lie is that anytime you're caught in a lie, you just say, oh, the trolls threatened those people and forced them to say those things about me. Still doubling down on Zach, I see, but it doesn't change the fact. Zach's brother was on. He said that they didn't know you that way. You weren't best friends with Zach, and they called you a nutcase. If you allow this reality to set in, your life may get better. And also, you need some counseling for a lot of things, mainly your sexual urges. Ah, yes.